A wolf steps into a clearing at 3 a.m. There's a tent. There's a person inside it, fast asleep, no fire, no fence, no weapon. And the wolf just stops, watches, circles once. Then it leaves. No attack, no sound, nothing. This happens every single night, all over the planet. Millions of campers, wolves, bears, big cats nearby. Almost none of them get touched. Why not? Because something ancient is running in the background. Researchers who study wolf packs notice something odd. When wolves find a sleeping human, they circle. They don't attack. They try to read the situation. A sleeping body gives off no social signals at all. No submission, no aggression, no retreat, nothing readable. To a pack animal, that's confusing, not inviting. A creature that shows zero reaction reads as dangerous. Total stillness looks like total confidence to a predator. That's one layer. Here's a deeper one underneath it. Humans have hunted large predators for roughly 2 million years. Not occasionally, constantly, and with brutal effectiveness. Cave bears vanished. Saber-toothed cats vanished. Dire wolves vanished. North American wolves got wiped from most of the continent. Mountain lions got erased from the entire eastern half. This wasn't random. It was targeted, generation after generation. The bold ones, the ones that approached camps, got killed. The cautious ones, the ones that kept distance, survived. Survivors bred. Caution became a trait passed down. Thousands of generations later, that caution is instinct now. No wolf alive today has to learn to fear you. It's already wired in before it takes its first steps. Now let's talk about something you can't control. Your smell. A wolf's nose is thousands of times more sensitive than yours. Bears can detect scent from several miles under good wind. To that nose, you are an overwhelming wall of information. And a lot of it makes no biological sense to them. Synthetic fabric, sunscreen, soap, whatever you ate for dinner. None of that matches any prey animal a predator recognizes. A wolf's hunting instinct is built around specific movement, specific smell. You don't fit that pattern. You register as an anomaly. And anomalies get avoided, not investigated up close. There's also fire, which might be the oldest trick we have. Fear of fire isn't learned. It's built into most land animals. Lab animals that have never seen flame still avoid the smell of smoke. Humans figured out fire before farming, before writing, before almost anything. A fire at night doesn't just warm you, it broadcasts a warning. Something here controls flame. Something here should be avoided. Now flip the question. Why would a predator even bother? A wild predator doesn't get a hospital visit after a bad fight. One broken leg, one deep wound can mean a slow starvation. So every potential meal gets measured against that risk first. A sleeping human fails that measurement in almost every way. Unfamiliar shape. Unfamiliar smell. Unknown reaction if it wakes up. Might scream. Might have tools nearby. Might have other humans close. Meanwhile, a normal prey animal is grazing 300 meters away. Familiar. Predictable. Zero mystery involved. Easy math for a predator. There's one more thing working in your favor, and it's inside you. Your sleep isn't as deep as it feels from the inside. You drop into deep sleep, then rise back into lighter stages. During those lighter stages, your brain keeps monitoring the outside world. Scientists call this a sentinel function, partial guard duty, even asleep, a twig snapping, a shift in air pressure, a new smell. Any of those can pull you toward waking faster than expected. Humans who slept too deeply, generations back, often didn't wake up. The light sleepers survived long enough to pass that trait forward. So the helpless feeling you get is only half the story. There's also the fact that you're rarely alone out there. Humans camp in groups. Groups respond together when something goes wrong. Predators know that isolated prey is easy. Grouped prey is not. A herd animal at the center of the group rarely gets picked off. A camp full of sleeping humans reads the same way to a predator. One person waking up and shouting can wake the entire group fast. That chaos potential is exactly what a predator wants to avoid. Now, an honest pause here, because the full picture matters. None of this means zero risk. Attacks do happen sometimes. And when they do, something has usually broken the normal pattern. Look at the Sundarbans, the mangrove delta between India and Bangladesh. Bengal tigers there kill dozens of people most years, unlike tigers elsewhere. Researchers point to thin, shifting prey populations in that ecosystem. Saltwater instead of fresh, tidal mud instead of solid ground. Difficult terrain, thin prey, people wading through the same channels. Change the ecosystem enough, and the normal caution starts breaking down. One isolated tiger, one hard environment. Now picture something bigger. Southern Tanzania, the Njama district, the early 1930s. Not one lion, not two, an entire pride, 15 strong. Over about 15 years, they killed an estimated 1,500 people. The worst documented outbreak of man-eating lions on record. It started with something entirely human: disease control on livestock. Colonial officials culled wild grazing animals to fight a cattle plague. Zebra, wildebeest, antelope, the lion's normal prey, disappeared fast. The lions didn't starve quietly. They adapted to what remained. Villages were dense, unarmed, and full of slow-moving people at night. The pride shifted its hunting schedule, moving through daylight, not just dark. That alone broke the pattern this whole video has been describing. Healthy ecosystem, intact prey base, natural caution. All three collapsed at once. Cubs in the pride learned to hunt humans by watching adults do it. A behavior that started as necessity turned into a taught, repeated pattern. It took a government hunter years of tracking to end it. Only after most of the pride was killed did the attacks stop. Compare that to the Sundarbans case for a second. Different animal, same logic. Remove the normal prey, disrupt the normal terrain, and the ancient caution bends. It doesn't happen randomly. It happens when specific conditions line up. Take away food, add human density, remove the fear response's usual target. That's the exception. It is not the rule, and the difference matters. Everywhere the ecosystem stays intact, the instinct holds night after night. Nyambe and the Sundarbans are the exceptions people remember precisely because they're rare. Here's the strangest part, saved for last on purpose. Our effect on predators doesn't stop at just being avoided. When predators steer clear of areas with heavy human presence, prey animals in those zones face less pressure and grow in number. More deer means more grazing, and the plants take the hit. Smaller predators shift their range too, and rodents expand unchecked. One species avoiding us reshapes an entire food web quietly. We never touch most of these animals directly. Doesn't matter. The fear alone does the work, spreading through the whole system. 2 million years of hunting pressure left a signature on nearly every large predator alive. Not fear of one person. Fear of the species, inherited before birth. So next time you're in a tent, hearing something move outside, that small jolt of fear is old. Older than agriculture. Older than fire, almost. It kept your ancestors alive long enough to have you. And the thing outside the tent already made its decision. It's not coming in. Its instincts already told it not to. There's a reason this feels instinctive and not learned. You never had to be taught to check the dark before sleeping outside. The unease itself is proof the system still works. Somewhere, an animal already ran the numbers and picked caution. That calculation happened before you were born, before your parents were born. It happened across thousands of years of near misses and quiet retreats. Every generation of predator inherited the same conclusion. Humans aren't worth the risk unless something's already gone wrong. So sleep well tonight. The math was settled a long time ago. You just never had to see the ledger.